Cardi B supposedly was nose to nose with you, but jabbed your cheek. Is that true?
Yes.
And if you could show that. This is a video of the deposition where she plaintiff demonstrates how he was forcibly scratched on the cheek. That's the deposition video. We may have to come back to that.
But you have to identify what page I'm on.
Well, we'll have to go back and I don't have that. I have the deposition video. Actually, well, I don't know what these are. We'll leave that a little bit. And you admitted at your deposition that there was no scar on your nose, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, we can play that back for you if you like. Did you testify at your deposition that there was no scar on your nose?
I'm not sure.
And in your response, your verified response to the written discovery that was served on you in this case, and specifically the special interrogatory number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, 25, 26, 27, and 28, that Cardi beat you about the head, face, and body.
I'm objecting because I don't have number, special rod, you're talking about the set and the
Why don't you break it down? Why don't you break it down?
Sure. Well, in light of counsel's objection, have you shown the witness?
It might be better if you just read the auditory and the response.
Second, if the counsel of plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1.
Is that the 2022?
Yes, sir.
August 2022?
May I answer? Some judges don't like counsel talking to each
Yes,
other.
sir, fine.
Okay, yes. Verification of will is going to be August 9, 2022. And if I can direct you to interrogatory number 1. At page 4. And so it's a long one. I'm trying to. I mean, I don't want to hold this up. I'm going to go back to this. Somewhere in this long golden.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, leap.
Oh, I got it. Page 4, line between line 17.
I'm sorry, what was that?
At page 4, line 17 of plaintiff's sworn response to Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1. The interrogatory, the response states, and among other things, in specific, on or about February 24, 2018, plaintiff was lawfully working as a security guard on or near the premises of the subject property when defendant Gonzalez Martinez Alcazar assaulted and battered plaintiff by violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously striking her about the head, face, and body. Do you recall swear to that under oath?
Yes.
And we can go back to the way you demonstrated this alleged assault on your cheek at your deposition. If we could please play the video associated with 55 minutes, 9 seconds to 56 minutes, 6 seconds.
Is there any question, Denise?
Oh, those are pages in line, I'm sorry. Page 55, line 9 to page 56, line 6.
No, Your Honor. Go ahead.
When Cardi put her finger in your face, where in your face was it?
She struck me on my nose and on my cheek. She wears her nails very long, very bedazzled, very sharp. So yes.
And you said it made contact with your nose?
Yes, and my face.
And so, 2 times she touched you?
Yes, so she was like this.
When you say like this, she put her finger?
Pointing, yes, so like this. Pointing her finger at my face, yes.
And it touched your nose?
Yes.
What part of your nose?
Whatever part of the nose that the nail landed on, yes.
I would mean, is it the bottom, the middle, the top?
I'm not sure.
And which cheek did she touch?
My left cheek.
Okay. You know giving us this one?
Yes.
And if you need a moment, you can look at the incident report, but isn't it correct that in the incident report, you made no claim that Cardi struck you about the head and body?
I put in the incident report that she had her finger in my face and she struck my face.
She cut your nose, right? Is that what you put in the incident report? That she scratched your nose? I can read it again if you like.
I don't need you to read it. I'm not sure.
Is there anywhere in this incident report that you prepared and sent to your supervisor 2 days after this alleged incident that you said that Cardi struck your body?
In the incident report, it says that she struck me, yes.
Where?
It's in the paper.
I'm sorry?
It's in the report.
Where in the report?
I reported it that she had her finger in my face.
I understand that, but let's set aside putting her finger in her face. Let's set aside supposedly scratching you on your nose that time. That was what we were saying. Is there anywhere in the report that says that Cardi on that day struck your body?
I'm not sure.
Can you take a moment and look through it?
As I'm reading it, I reported that she put her 3-inch fingernails into my face. So that's what I remember reporting.
Well, let's be accurate. I mean, the truth is important and accuracy is important. This report that you did 2 days after the incident claims that she put her 3-inch fingernails in your face and scratched you on the nose, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about immediately after the accident.
Well, Your Honor, I'm going to object. You said in the face, but the document says into the face. There's a difference.
Why don't you clarify the question?
In the incident report, the only scratch that you report is a scratch on your nose that you supposedly suffered that day, correct?
I'm not sure.
You need another moment for it?
I reported that she touched my face with her fingers, sir.
Yeah, the question is, in your incident report, you told your supervisor 2 days afterwards that you suffered a scratch on your nose and no other scratches were mentioned, correct?
Okay.
Which is okay.
It's not okay. It's like answer the question.
I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying okay for the purposes of your question.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. So let's move on. After the incident, you don't even know.
I feel like it's like a money grab, y'all.
It broke the scale.
Hey, what was the name of that learning app again?
IXL. It gives each kid the exact support they need.
Are we talking about?
The question I'm asking, you testified at your deposition that you did not know if the alleged scratch, this time on your cheek, even bled. Isn't that true?
Correct.
And you didn't go to a doctor that day for this alleged assault battery, did you?
I saw a medical doctor, but not at the day of the incident.
Okay, again, let's focus on the questions I'm asking. You
She added extra. When people start adding in extras, they trying to cover up something.
Sometimes on the cheek. And you went home and took a nap, right?
1 minute she
I was
scratched you in the
upset.
face
Yes,
and cheek,
yes,
then she hit you in the body. Which
Maybe
one?
you called your mother, right? That's what you testified to, right?
yes.
You didn't call your grandmother though, did you?
No.
You never even put a Band-Aid on this alleged scratch, wherever it was, did you?
Objection calls for speculation.
No.
When your counsel was asking you questions today, he said that he basically elicited testimony from you that since you didn't think you were going to sue, you didn't take any pictures of your alleged injury in February 2018.
Who ain't gonna take pictures if Cardi B
Yes.
At your deposition, though, you testified you took pictures.
harassing someone or source
And
them
you
or
can't
something?
find them. You disappeared somehow. You remember that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I would like to have our technician, well, first of all, let's start at 60, page 69, lines 18 to 20.
I think it's just a money grab. She was like, "Oh, I'm security. This is security, y'all. A security guard suing Cardi B for allegedly putting her fingers in her face and assaulting her."
Deposition transcripts, the court hasn't given me a copy of that.
And the folks give you a copy of the client's deposition. I don't see any objections, so go ahead.
Did you take any pictures of your face at the time?
I did take pictures.
Okay.
There's several other examples where you testified that you took pictures, but somehow you just don't know where they are. You took pictures of the cut, that you supposedly suffered after this, or during this alleged assault. And you took pictures way back in 2018, but somehow can't find them. Is that what you testified to?
Yes.
And you testified when counsel was asking you questions that you decided you didn't want to be a security guard anymore. Isn't that true?
Yes.
In fact, you were fired. Isn't that true?
Objection, Your Honor, we discussed this at length.
Isn't that the truth? You were actually fired by Allies for acting unprofessionally as a security guard. Isn't that true?
Same objection.
Yes.
Girl, she said, "Well, you fire me, I'm about to go get this money from Cardi B.
To your employer,
I'm about to
Allies,
run up over
for
them."
acting unprofessionally and exposing them to potential liability. Isn't that true? go for it, but if it helps, maybe I can direct you to the second page.
Yes.
And after you were terminated as a security guard, you got a new job that paid more money than the security guard job, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you consulted with Dr. McKenzie, excuse me. That was because you filed a workers' comp claim, right?
Yes.
And so you filed a workers' comp claim against Allied, and that's why you met with Dr. McKenzie, correct?
Yes.
And you met with her in April of 2018?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened on February 24, 2018, right?
Yes.
I don't think there's any more debate.
My bad, Joe. My bad. You know they gotta throw an ad and everything. You know they gotta throw an ad and everything.
Yes.
And in this action, you obtained a copy of your medical records from, let's see, beginning June 8, 2023. Bear with me for a second, please. Actually, it goes back, I think, further than that. Have you seen those records?
I'm not sure.
Is it, well, I hate to ask this question, but they did diagnose you as having severe obesity, correct?
Yes.
And they did conclude that you had full capacity and no history of patient status change. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
The only pains that you complained of, January 25, 2021, December 27, 2021, were belly pain and low back pain, right?
Actually calls for expert.
Correct?
Yes.
And you hurt your finger at one point, right?
I'm not sure.
You get into
Well,
it.
let's just move on. You had various things, tailbone pain, right hamstring pain, but you had no report, no reference in 161 pages of medical records to a scratch on your face. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there's no reference in 161 pages of medical records to anxiety, post-traumatic stress syndrome, blows to your head or face. Correct?
Yes.
That only came up when you filed this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Also, you were in a car accident in 2021.
Yes.
And hit your head.
Yes.
You were in a car accident again in November of 2023 on Pico Boulevard.
My bad, girl. That was my baby.
I'm not sure if it was on Pico, but it was in that area, yes.
You sued over that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, if I could just consult with my colleague, I think I'm maybe close to done.
All right, y'all. Well, while they taking a little break, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? We are streaming the Cardi B trial with a security guard. Okay. I'm just hearing about this is something that happened in 2023, I believe. But I hope you guys are doing well, doing blessed. Okay, I hope your week, the rest of your week, because you know it's just the beginning, is blessed with full with a whole bunch of opportunities. Right, we back. Courts in order, courts in session.
We talked about how you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened, right?
Yes.
And you told her that Cardi B almost scratched you. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure saying almost.
You know the person at Women's
Cardi over there shaking. She like, you know,
Healthcare
if she could talk her
who
mess,
intervened
she'll
when
be
you
talking
were
her mess. Like, so
physically assaulted
how you think I
Cardi B,
did
don't
that?
you?
No.
Well, isn't it true that 3 weeks after
Like, that was me. I
you
would have
called
been
up
said
Sierra
something.
Malcolm, the receptionist, who put her body in between yours and Cardi B's and took your blows? You called her up to try and get her to help you in this case. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure.
Cardi eyes like, yeah, you sure? You called her. Cardi over there going through it. Like, I know how that water is boiling inside. If she could go home and jump on live, you know she would do it.
So I don't want to be sure. I'm just double checking. I also want to just reiterate that in your deposition, you testified under oath that Cardi spit on you after
Oh, Cardi
Ms.
B
Malcolm
supposed to
and
have
others
spit at
came
her
out
first.
of the doctor's office to try and stop you from going after Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And in your
Because she was supposed to tell
report,
somebody that Cardi B
you
was
reported
in
to your
some type
boss,
of
your supervisor,
clinic.
that Cardi supposedly spit at you before people came out because of all the yelling. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I think that's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right.
At this time.
Here at Lacquer, we are good.
No, we
our
not.
own
But
way.
Wacko, why they?
Adding colors.
Well, I think they about to take a break, y'all. So.
Page 62.
Let me turn this over to you.
Page 62, line 14.
I'm sorry, counsel, I'm trying to get out of the continue.
Excuse me, y'all. Y'all hear my baby in the background. He on that game.
You want the line?
Yes, please.
Line 23, on page 61, through line 14 on page 62.
No objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, question, did you fill out any written paperwork about the incident? Answer, there was an incident report made for that day, yes. Question, when you say there was an incident report, is that something you completed? Answer, yes. Question, when did you prepare the incident report? Answer, I'm not sure. Part of what Jasmine wanted me to do was write an incident report. I'm not sure how long after it was done. Question, okay, when you say an incident report, is that something where you send an email or is it a pre-printed form that you complete? Answer, normally it's a pre-printed form. We didn't have those forms at the location that I was at, so she did ask me to type it up. Do you remember at your deposition, a different attorney asked you questions about this incident?
Yes.
And you did tell that attorney that you made an incident report, correct?
Yes.
And that's the 2-page email that counsel asked you about?
Yes.
And in your incident report, on paragraph 3, it states that this time she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. So, when you wrote this incident report, you estimated that the fingernails were 3 inches long?
Yes.
And when you said that the fingernails went into your face, what did you mean by that?
I meant when she was going like this, her nail touched my cheek, touched my nose.
Did it actually cut your cheek?
Yes.
Did it cut your nose?
No.
And then counsel asked you about the T-Mobile bill. You testified that this incident occurred at 1:30 p.m., correct?
Approximately, yes.
And the T-Mobile bill shows phone calls at 1:10 p.m. and 1:40 p.m., correct?
Yes.
You were not making any phone calls at the time of this incident, correct?
Objection.
I can withdraw the question. Did you make any telephone calls at the time of the incident on February 24th, 2018?
No.
Did you make a phone call 10 minutes after the incident on February 24th, 2018?
Yes.
The phone number 424-219-2078. Whose phone number is that?
I believe it was my mom.
Did you tell anyone that Cardi B was at this medical facility just before the incident occurred on February 24th, 2018?
No.
If you did do that, does that give Cardi B the right to assault and battery?
Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if the court may take judicial notice of the complaint in this case?
I'm not sure for what purpose.
Because the discovery response that was read is verbatim as to what the complaint says?
No.
When written discovery was prepared with you, was it done by your attorney's office?
Yes.
Do you know what written discovery is?
Some stuff just costs more. Except airfare. Find cheaper flights this summer on Kayak. Download now.
Word special interrogatory.
No.
Do you know request for admission?
No.
Do you know demand for production of documents?
No.
These are discovery questions that are prepared with your attorney?
Yes.
When I asked you earlier if any pictures were taken, you were truthful in your answer, correct?
Yes.
And when you answered me about whether pictures were taken, did you understand my question to be on the date of the incident?
Objection. It's argumentative. I'm sorry about that. It's argumentative.
In fact, foundation as well, it's the same.
Did you take pictures of your scar or your cut or anything on your body on the date of the incident of February 24, 2018?
Sorry, it was 2018. I thought it was 20.
I'm not sure.
Did you at some point later on take photographs?
Yes.
when you treated with Dr. McKinsey for your claim, whether it was for a work comp claim or not, were you in need of psychological care?
Yes.
Shout out to the Long Crime Network.
And her treatment was helpful to you?
Go check their YouTube
Yes.
channel out.
Recross?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, y'all. Check out the Long Crime. Shout out to the Long Crime Network over here on YouTube. That's where I go get my long order, my court cases and, information from my tea from. But y'all, make sure y'all putting yourself first, just loving on yourself, doing what makes you happy. Okay, keep your hands to yourself. Don't try to fit in where you don't belong. Okay, if there's no happiness around you, create that happiness. All right, there's a lot going on in this world. You don't want to be in nobody's courthouse. Okay, change your mind. Change how you think. Change how you speak to yourself. Change how you view life. All right? Hold your head up. Chase your dreams. Do some healing. The more you heal, the better you feel. Amen? They on a little breaky break. They got to talk. So I'm over here talking to y'all. Again, I hope your week is full with new opportunities, forward movement. Okay, your ships is coming in. New connections. Be open to change. Step out your comfort zone. Step out your comfort zone. And you have all the magic within you. So don't go seeking it nowhere else. All right, y'all. All right, come on. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? And this day one. Emani. Cardi B's trial. Emani Ellis versus Belcalis Almanzar, aka Cardi B. Day one of the trial. Right now, they probably just going over some paperwork, Sidebar. But, yeah. That's what's going on. What y'all cooking? I know y'all kids don't went back to school. How y'all feel? Babies don't went back to school.
They say greatness is made on the court. Game day starts the night before. Bedgear's performance betting is personalized to how I sleep. So I stay cool, sleep deep, and recover fast. My best days always start at night.
All right, y'all, I'll be back because I don't know what they got going on over there.